this video, we'll be just continuing yesterday's lesson that's all about finding the missing angles. So in yesterday's video, we had deeply discussed on how to find complementary and supplementary angles, and also how to find missing angles using angle addition postulates. Okay, so for a quick review before we go on to today's lesson, today we'll be deeply analyzing on further how to find missing angles of complementary and supplementary angles. So just for a quick review, as you can see, supplementary angles, they add up to 180 degrees. So as soon as you hear the word supplementary, it should click in your mind that they are angles which add up to 180 degrees. And also complementary angles, they add up to 90 degrees. So basically, complementary angles are 90-degree angles and supplementary angles are 180-degree angles. They must add up to. Okay, so these were the easier examples where the one of the angle is given in numbers and the other one you have to find as the missing angle. So when they have given such angles in numbers, you can easily find them out by just subtracting. If it is supplementary, you will subtract by 180 by the given angle, or if it is complementary, you will subtract the given angle by 75. Now it's easier when they have given us the numbers, but in some cases they will of course give us the letters or the variables concerned, and then they will ask us to find the missing angles. As such, you can see on the on this picture here, you have two angles. Now as you can see that they are supplementary angles, because they are angles on a straight line, so they are supplementary and they must add up to 180 degrees. So you can see this is angle 1, which is given to be 2x plus 3, and this is angle 2, which is given to be x minus 6. Now in such cases, when the angles are identified with variables, the first step you need to do is find the value of x. What does x stand for? Without knowing the value of x, we cannot do anything in such angles, right? So when they say find the measure of each angle, all what you do is first start by finding the value of x. So to find the value of x, we have to write an algebraic expression in this way. You know that angle 1 plus angle 2 will equal 180 degrees as they are supplementary angles. So the measure of angle 1 is 2x plus 3 and the measure of angle 2 is x minus 6. So as you know, when you add both the angles, you should get 180. That's why we put plus sign in between. Now let's simplify it further. So 2x plus x. So as you know, there is always an invisible one here. So you can further do another step by opening up the parentheses, but it's not required because at this level you should be able to solve these kinds of algebraic equations. So 2x plus x will give you a 3x. Okay, now 3 minus 6 will give you a minus 3. How did it become minus? As you know, plus into minus will give you a minus. So 3 minus 6 will give you a minus 3, a negative 3. Now, as how we solve? Bring the variables on one side of the equation and keep the numbers on the other. So 3x equals 180 plus 3. So because minus 3, when it moves to the other side, that becomes a plus 3. So 180 plus 3 is going to give you 183. X is going to be equal to 183 divided by 3, which is going to be having a value of x is going to be 61, because 183 divided by 3 is 61. So the first step is always find the value of x. And how do you find the value of x? Just by adding the two angles and making it equal to 180, as they are angles on the straight line, so they are 180. It will be equal to 90 if it was complementary angles. We will look at another such question later. So once you have found the value of x, next part is going to be easier. All what you need to do is just take the value of angle 1, that's 2x plus 3, replace the value of x with 61, because we found out x to be 61. So 2 multiplied by 61 is going to give you 122, plus 3 is going to give you 125. So the value of angle 1 is 125. Similarly, for angle 2, you can replace x minus 6 with 61 minus 6, as the value of x is 61. So 61 minus 6 is going to give you 55. Or there is another way you can do. Once you find the value of one angle, so one of the angles is 125, to find the value of the other, you simply subtract it from 180. So 180 minus 125 will give you 55 as well. So you can either follow this way, or you can simply subtract 180 from 125 to get the value of the measure of the other angle. So you can do any one way you want to. So this was when you have to find the measure of angles of supplementary. Now let's see another example where you have to find the measure of complementary angles. So one of the angles given to you is x plus 4 and another one is 3x plus 2. So in such cases, always step 1 is find the value of x. Now here they did not tell you find the value of the angle. They said find the measure of the angle. There's a difference. When they say find the measure, you have to give the answer in numbers. Okay, so here we are finding the measure of these angles. So as you know, angle 1 plus angle 2 will equal 90 degrees. As you can see, it's a right angle. So angle 1 was x plus 4. Angle 2 is 3x plus 2, which should be equal to 90 degrees. Now, x plus 3x will give you 4x. As you know, x is 1. Here there is 1. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4x plus 6. 4 plus 2 is 6 is equal to 90. So again, the same way, leave the variables on one side, move the number to the other side. So plus 6 will become negative 6. So 90 minus 6 will give you 84. Now to further find the value of x, we divide 84 by 4. So that will give you x is equal to 21. So once you find the value of x, the remaining steps become easy for you. Take any measure of any one angle. So x plus 4. So value of x was 21, plus 4 will give you 25, and the measure of angle 2 is 3x plus 2. Replace the value of x with 21. So 3 multiplied 21 is 63, plus 2 will give you 65, or simply subtract 90 from 25, because you have found the value of one of these angles, so that's 25. So to find the remaining angle, you will do 90 minus 25, which will also give 25. Totally up to you how you want to solve it, either you, but anyhow you have to find the measure of one angle, only then you can do the subtraction and find out the other angle, or you can even substitute the value of x and find the answer is going to be the same number. All right, now let's quickly check on some of the questions related to this. Okay, now here, find the complement of angle y. Now when you have to find the complement of angle y, as you can see, the letters, the value of the angle is given in variables. So in such case, when they say find the value of the complement, you know complementary angles are 90 degrees, right? So 90 minus, put the value of the numbers which are in parentheses as they are, 8x minus 20. Now they did not say us find the measure of the angle, they just said find the complement. So there's a difference between find the measure and find the complement. If they say find the measure of angle y, yes, we have to solve as how I showed you the example before. But in this, they just said find the complement. So when they say just find the complement, all what you need to do is subtract it from the concerned angle. So that is 90 minus 8x minus 20. Let's solve this. So this is going to be 90 minus 8x, remove of the parentheses. So minus 20 will become plus 20. How did it change to plus 20? You know that there is always an invisible 1 in front of this. So negative 1 into negative 20 will give you a positive 20, right? This is how we got a positive 20. So now to the next step, just solve it. 90 plus 20 will give you 110. Now, we are not solving an equation, we are solving an expression only. When you're solving expressions, you just have to just solve how they are. So 90 plus 20 equals 110, negative 8x remains the same. So this is how your answer is going to be. When they say just find the measure complement or the supplement, and they ask you to and they have given you the angle measures in this form, in a variable form. When they give, you just have to do this. Okay, it's easy. Now let's go to question 2. Find the supplement of angle A. Now the supplement of angle A is already given in numbers. So we also saw in yesterday's video how to find supplements and complements when they're given in numbers. If you did not understand this part, please go and watch yesterday's video, then you will understand it. Okay, now how much does supplementary angles measure? They measure 180, so minus 81.2. So that's going to give you how much? 180 minus 81.2. That's going to give you, let me find the, so that's going to be giving you a 98.8 degrees. Okay, so the supplement of angle A is going to be 98.8 degrees. Now supplement, as you know, let me just make it clear for you. Supplement is something which looks like this. Okay, so what they asked you to do is find the other part of the angle. That's all. They gave you one angle to be 81.8. You have to find the other angle. So let's move on to question number 3. Find the complement of angle B. Now they did not ask you to find the measure of all these angles, right? So they just said find the complement. So when they say find the complement, just like how we solved question number 1, is going to be question number 2. So as this is complement, so again it's going to be 90. So we start with 90. Let me put it in equation form so that will be easy to write the numbers. Okay, 90. So minus, what is the value of the angle given? It is 6x minus 5. So just how you solve an expression, that's all. So 90 you're just gonna write 90 minus 6x is going to be the same 6x, and it's going to be plus 5 as I explained you in the previous question. It is going to be positive 1 here, so positive 1 multiplied by sorry, it's going to be a 1 here, so negative 1 multiplied by negative 5 is going to be it's going to give you a positive 5. So what do you think is going to be the final answer of yours? It's going to be in parentheses because they have variables. So 90 plus 5 is going to give you 95 minus 6x degrees. So this is going to be your final answer when they say find the complement of such angle. Okay, now let's move on and check how do we solve similar questions as to the one I explained when I started this video. Okay, angle DEF and angle FEG are complementary. Now this is the key word here. Complementary means it is 90 degrees. Angle DEF is 3x minus 4 and angle FEG is 5x plus 6. So both the angles are given. Find the measures of both the angles. Now keep in mind when they say find the measures, your answer should be in numbers, not like the previous one which we saw, not like this. When they say find the measure, we have to get the answer in numbers. So let's first write the equation. So they gave us two equations here, two measures here. So again, let me put that in formula equation form. So that's going to be 3x. One of the angles is 3x minus 4 plus, so there are two angles, 5x plus 6 is going to give you how much? 90 degrees, because they are complementary, right? Okay, now next part, you have to simplify this part first and then let's move on. Let me insert the equation again. So that's going to be 3x plus 5x is going to give you 8x. You are just simplifying it, that's it. Negative 4 plus 6 is going to give me a plus 2 equals 90. Now as how you solve the remaining part of the equation, move the numbers to the other side and letters on the other side. because we have to find the value of x first. This is step number 1. We are finding the value of x. So 8x will be the same on this side, equals 90 minus 2. So 8x is going to be equal to 88. 8x equals 88. The value of x is going to be 88 divided by 8, which is going to be 11. Okay, now we found the value of x. Now it's easy for us to just substitute these values and find the measure of the angles. So let me write angle. Okay, angle DEF is going to be how much? How much did they give? 3x minus 4 degrees. So keeping this in mind, we are just going to substitute the value of here. So that's going to be equal to 3 multiplied by 11 plus 4. So 3 11s are going to give you a 33 plus 4 is going to give you 37. So which means angle DEF is going to be 37 degrees. Angle DEF is going to be 37 degrees. Okay, now we have found angle DEF. All what you need to do is find angle FEG. So how are you going to find angle FEG? Now if you want, you can simply subtract 90 from 37, or else if you want, you can find out by replacing x with 11. So 5 11s will give you 55. 55 plus 6 will give you 61. So okay, so all what I'm going to do here is, okay, there was a small mistake down here. Instead of subtraction, I had put plus sign. So which means 33 minus 4. Okay, 33 minus 4 is going to give you 29. So angle DEF is going to be 29 degrees. Okay, now that we know angle DEF is 29 degrees, so let's find out angle FEG. Now to make it easier for you, I'm going to just subtract 90 minus 29, which is going to give me 61 degrees. Okay, else if you're not sure that your answer is right, all what you can do is replace x with 11. So 5 11s will give you 55. 55 plus 6 will give you 61. So anyhow, you solve it like this, or you replace and solve it, you are going to get the same answer. Okay, quickly let's move on to question number 5. So this is going to be supplementary. So these words are very important here because the whole question is based on these. So supplementary means it is 180. So I'm going to first write the equation. So that's 9x or let me put them inside parentheses, 9x plus 1 plus 8x plus 9 is going to give you 180. Why 180? Because they are supplementary. Okay, the next step is just to simplify the sides of the equation. So 9x plus 8x is going to give you 17x. 1 plus 9 is going to give you 10, which is equal to 180. As usual, bring the numbers onto the other side. So that's going to be 17x is equal to 180 minus 10, which is going to give you 17x equals 170. 17x equals 170. Now what is going to be the value of x? X is going to be 170 divided by 17. So that's going to be 10. 170 divided by 17 is going to give you 10. So all what I'm going to do is replace the value of x with 10 when I want to find angle DEF. Okay, so the next step is 9 multiplied by 10 plus 1. So 9 multiplied by 10 is 90. 90 plus 1 is going to give you 91 degrees. So angle DEF is 91 degrees. Now, how do you find angle FEG? You can use any way you want to. You can simply subtract 180 from 91 or replace X with 10. Let's replace X with 10 and check. So this is going to be 8 multiplied by 10. 8 multiplied by 10 plus 9. So 8 tens are 80, right? 80 plus 9 is going to give you 89. So angle FEG is going to be 89 degrees. Or, this is for or, you can subtract 180 from 91. Once you get this answer, that's going to give you 89 as well. So angle FEG is going to be 89. As simple as that. So hopefully this part of finding the measure of unknown angles is clear for you. If it's not clear, please watch yesterday's video. You will understand about complementary and supplementary angles much more, and then only you can understand what we are trying to do here and how to find the measure of complementary and supplementary angles. So until we meet again in another video, bye.